Sergeant Major, deploy the sentries.
Water, right to arms, on!
Ladies and gentlemen, before we start, I have a pair of spectacles that were left behind at the function yesterday. It's probably that person that can't hear me because he can't see me. Anyway, I have the spectacles. You're welcome to come and fetch them. Honourable guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Chairman of the Savannah Veterans Association, Brigadier Tuan Sabit, I welcome you to the special memorial service now to be held at the South African Defence Force Wall of Remembrance with its dignified atmosphere and ambience. Geachte gaste, dames en here, namens die voorsitter van die Savannah Veterane Vereniging, Brigadier Tuan Sabit, heet ek u almal welkom by hierdie besonderse gedenknis by die SAW muur van herinnering met sy pragtige uitleg en waardige voorkoms. Ladies and gentlemen, the unveiling of the memorial, order of service and hymns appear in your programs. Bly asseblief sit vir die fotum, skriflesing en oordenking. Gentlemen are requested to remain standing after the first hymn and to remove their hats, berets or caps for the prayer. Alle gaste word versoek om staande te bly na die tweede lied vir die uitspraak van die seën. The memorial service will be followed to the call of remembrance, whereafter the wreath-laying ceremony will commence. Gaste sal versoek word om te staan vir die 2 minute stilte. On the command present arms, all members in uniform are to salute, while civilian male spectators are asked to remove their hats or caps. The salute is terminated, and hats are replaced on the command, attention. At the conclusion of the last post, all remain standing at attention through the 2-minute silence and the reveille. Gaste sal versoek word om te staan vir die volkslied. Op die bevel presenteer geweer, sal alle lede in uniform salueer, terwyl siviele man sal hoofdeksels verwyder. Die saluut word beëindig na afloop van die volkslied op die bevel, aandag en hoofdeksels word teruggeplaas. Toilet facilities are available at the restaurant complex, Heritage Centre, gates at the monument and kiosk of the Garden of Remembrance. Lede wat kraanse lê, moet die trappe op u linkerkant die kraans lê en dan agter my beweeg na die trappe aan my links, tensy anders ingeluk. Ek stel nou graag die voorsitter van die Savannah Bond, Brigadier-generaal Tuan Sabit, aan die woord. Generaal.
Generaal Viljoen, mevrou Viljoen, mede-veterane, dames en here. Dit is vir my 'n besondere voorreg om vandag op hierdie geskiedkundige dag u almal hier te verwelkom. Please bear with me to mention the following individuals and organizations for their support in the arrangements to make this event possible. To the Chief of the South African National Defence Force and his personnel, the Director, Management and Personnel of the Voortrekker Monument and the Heritage Foundation, and also in the absence of Sonia Lombard, who asked to be excused due to reasons beyond her control. To Mr. Johan Els and personnel of MEG Architects, Mr. Koen Vermaak for the Rock Foundation for the memorial. A special word of thanks to Major General Gert Opperman for the coordination that he played to make the memorial possible. Mr. Dick Anishik for the erection of the memorial. Mr. Lindsay Liebenberg for the sound system. Mrs. Tertia Knoebel, who is always a keen supporter of all veterans memorial services. Marina Valentine for the solo during the program. Dominique Roos for the service that is going to be done, and Tim Lane as Master of Ceremonies. Also the members of 301 and 201 Battalion for the centuries they supply. Mr. John Quinn of the Moths and personal dedicated service at about every parade of the Council of Military Veterans organization. Paul Els and Johan Els for the photos and recordings during the events of the past 3 days. To Anton Swanevelder and his wife for the posies that will be available to all of us after the Red Lake ceremony. Dames en heren, u weet dat dit is 'n algemene verskynsel dat wanneer 'n mens jonk is, dan tel die geskiedenis nie veel nie. Maar ook interessant dat wanneer ons die ouderdom van hier in die 50, 60 bereik, dan begin die geskiedenis van Suid-Afrika vir ons belangrik word. En dit is presies die geval hier met Operasie Savannah, wat ek beleef het die afgelope 2 dae en ook vandag, dat ons dink aan ons geskiedenis, waar ons as 'n groep mense geskiedenis gemaak het, nie vir 'n bevolkingsgroep of iets nie, maar vir die land, vir ons land Suid-Afrika. En dit is ook ons plig om op daai manier die geskiedenis te bewaar vir ons nasate. Net soos wat die Voortrekker Monument hier staan, as 'n geskiedenis van 'n deel van Suid-Afrika, so behoort hierdie gedenkteken wat vandag hier onthul word, ook as geskiedenis te staan vir ons in die toekoms. Dit is dus laastens vir my 'n eer om die gedenkteken op te dra aan 'n spesifiek, ek noem dit weer spesifiek, alle dienspligtiges, burgermag en kommandos wat hulle deel gedoen het tydens Operasie Savannah. En dan ook, meer belangrik ook, die families, die ouers, die oupas, die neefs, die niggies, wat die ondersteuning gebied het om daardie taak te doen. Mag hierdie gedenkteken dan ook vir ons almal ook as 'n simbool dien van waagmoed, kameraderie, lojaliteit van 'n besondere groep wat onder moeilike omstandighede aan hierdie operasie deelgeneem het. Ek dank u.
Simbolies aan die argitek oor te handig. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to stand and watch. Meneer Johan Els van MEG Argitekte handig simbolies die planne aan die verskaffer en monteerder van die rotsbasis oor. It will be oorhandig to Mr. Nick Anachik, who so graciously has manufactured this memorial. I request Mr. Anachik to symbolically hand over the memorial to the patron of the Savannah Veterans Association, Lieutenant General Jorko van der Westhuizen. Ons versoek nou die beskermheer om die gedenkteken te onthul. Dominee Callie Roos sal nou die seën vra op die Savannah gedenkteken.
Ek roep julle almal om vandag hier ook as getuies te staan en te weet dat hierdie teken vasgelê in 'n rots simbolies is van wie ons is, wie ons was en waarheen ons gaan. En ek vertrou dat elke keer wanneer ons hier verbystap, ons sal iets vasgryp van wat dit beteken om mekaar te versorg. Net dit. Mag ons Hemelse Vader hierdie simbool seën, mag die intensie behoue bly vir die geslagte wat kom. En mag ons vreugde ook vind in die eenvoud van 'n baie kragtige simbool. Ons herinner mekaar dat Jesus Christus die Here is. Amen.
Ons slaan ons oë op na die berge. Waar sal ons hulp vandaan kom? Ons hulp is van die Here wat hemel en aarde gemaak het, getrou bly tot in alle ewigheid en nooit laat vaar die werke van sy hande nie. Ek groet u vanoggend in die naam van ons Here Jesus Christus. Ek wil u versoek om saam met my 'n wydingslied te sing, lied 1 in die program, Bly by my Heer. Ons doen dit staande. Daar is 3 verse. Ons bely vanoggend dat u die Here is. Ons erken u heerskappy. En in die eenvoud van hierdie gebed bid ons met 'n versigtiging dat u naby ons sal wees. Presies die woorde van hierdie lied. En dat ons elke dag in die spoor van Jesus Christus sal vind dat u reeds daar is, wagtend vir elkeen van ons. Net soos wat u vanoggend ook vir ons gewag het in hierdie seremonie. Ons gebed is dat u hierin verheerlik sal word
en dat die eenvoud van 'n boodskap ook in ons harte en gedagtes sal neerslag vind. Ons bid daarvoor in die naam van ons Here Jesus Christus. Amen. Kan maar sit. Jy is almal bekend met die verhaal uit Numeri rondom Joshua en Caleb en die verkenning wat hulle gedoen het. En dit is nie wat ek volgende gaan lees nie, maar dit is die dekor van die gedeelte waarby ek wil aansluit. Inteendeel, ons tel die storie op 45 jaar later, wanneer Caleb en Joshua weer in gesprek is met mekaar. En ek lees uit Joshua: The people of Judah came to Joshua at Gilgal. Caleb, son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, spoke. You'll remember what God said to Moses, the man of God, concerning you and me, back at Kadesh Barnea. I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of God, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land. And I brought back an honest and accurate report. My companions who went with me discouraged the people, but I stuck to my guns, totally with God, my God. That was the day that Moses solemnly promised, the land of which your feet have walked will be your inheritance, you and your children's forever. Yes, you have lived totally for God. Now look at me. God has kept me alive. He has promised it. It is now 45 years since God spoke the word of Moses, or the word to Moses, years in which Israel wandered in the wilderness. And here I am today, 85 years old. I'm strong as I was the day Moses sent me out. I'm as strong as ever in battle, whether coming or going. So give me this hill country that God promised me. Give it to me. You yourself heard the report that Anakim were there with their great fortress cities. If God goes with me, I will drive them out, just as God said. Joshua blessed him. He was 85 years of age. He blessed him. He gave Hebron to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, as an inheritance. And Hebron belongs to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzites, still today, because he gave himself totally to God, the God of Israel. And the name of Hebron used to be Kiryat Arba, named after Arba, the greatest man among the Anakim, and the land had rest from war. I read up to there from Scripture. In my mind, leaders, and therefore people like us, often end up where they are needed most, and that is war. That is war. If you put on the uniform, then you choose not the war, or what happens when you get there. Savannah was no different, neither was it easy. For me, there were no right or wrong in my journey. Maybe I was too young to understand it all. Totally irrelevant. There was only what I could do best. And that's what I did. And then I lived with it. And I still live with it. That is what I did. We, the veterans, therefore live by the stories we became part of. No different from Caleb. Stories that only count and have meaning if we tell them and we share them. And that is what we did yesterday and Friday night. And that is, I think, what makes this 40 years of remembrance so different and so special.
So here we are, 40 years later. What is it then that we need, like Caleb? 40 years later, what is it that we need for the day of tomorrow? But then you have to live it today. Isn't that true? At 85, Caleb was in an amazing space. And here is what I think. Here is what I think then should guide us. Accept life for what it is. Try to be in the moment every day. Accept things for what it is. Do not judge it all the time. Caleb did exactly this for 40 years in the desert where nothing was easy and nothing was simple. A nation died amongst him. A few stayed alive. That is life. And it's often like that. Point is, I used to be like that. I was judgmental, very judgmental. And today I understand what it means to do exactly the opposite. And that is to love, and to love unconditionally. I had to change. And my change came from Jesus Christ. Become like me, he said. What an inspiration from the Son of God himself. Me, a living icon. You, the Savannah veteran, a living icon of a living God. Live your life every day from the inside out. Focus almost all your energy on the things that you can control, the things you can change, and the things you can influence. Focus on what is important now. You're not a child anymore. What is important now? That is it. And don't allow the rest of the world to steal your emotional and your spiritual energy, because they will. And if you allow for that, then there is only one victim, and that is you. You have one life to live. Do not give it away by not embracing it yourself. You decide the outcome of what it is you want. And it is never game over. Can I remind you? There's some of you who sit here that go through tough times. And there was some conversations between us yesterday. It is not easy. It's never game over. It's never game over. Keep on playing. And can I give you a tip? Try to have a little bit more fun at 85. Not a bad thing. Live. It's not in my notes. General Viljoen, I don't know how old you are. You must be very old. But every time when I see you, you are an inspiration to me. And I know it will not last forever. Neither of us know. But you do inspire. And that is what I try to say. Live from the memory of your imagination, not the past. The lessons was learned. At 85, Caleb said to Joshua, give me the land. I can still do it. I can still jump this fence, man. Give me a shot at it. Keep on dreaming. But then be ready to also do the work. Because this is how we make this world a better place. And some of us just don't get it. We think somebody else will do it for us. You do it. Caleb didn't look around and say, can we get a number of youngsters here, maybe in their 20s, to come and jump the fence? He jumped the fence. And he sorted it out until this day. I think that's the spirit that is inherent to the human being, not the doer, but the human being. You cannot just stand on the side of the fence. You have to cross the threshold of adversity. Go now. Understand that experiences of life and greatness are a more powerful motivator than your fears, your fear of death, your fear of not making it, your fear of not feeling worthy. Can I say it again? Experiences of life and having a life is a more powerful motivator than any of your fears. Look at yourself in the mirror. Pick up your head and say to yourself, I'm back. Bring it on. Bring it on. Never pull the plug. Never draw the line in the sand. Stay in the game. And that's the reason why we stay connected. That's the reason why we are here. That's the reason why you'll come back to that memorial. Dis hoekom jy terugkom na daai klip toe. We stay connected, and as veterans, we do it differently. Lastly, focus on what is right with this world, not what is wrong with it. I know that many things is wrong with it. It has never been different. Not the point. Just focus on what is right with it. Change your language. Stop longing for the past. Stop longing for one day, maybe in another life, when God will come and fix it. So we believe. No. Your time is now. His time is now. That's the gospel. That is what it means to embrace the kingdom of God. It's here. Your time is now. Just focus on what is right with it. And you will be amazed how many things will become different because of you. And how different this world will start looking if you can just see it. At the end of Caleb's life, the land had peace. And there was peace amongst the people, and peace from the heart, I guess. May this land have peace because of who we were and who we are today. This was the story of Caleb. Maybe this can also be true of you, the Savannah veteran. Hemelse Vader, wat 'n voorreg om vandag ons gedagtes te laat gaan na 'n tyd wat nie maklik was nie en tog verskriklik opwindend, lekker. Nie sonder seer en seer kry nie. Tog iets wat ons almal aan vashou op een of ander manier. Ja, ons gedagtes gaan uit na hulle wat die hoogste prys betaal het, hulle families en geliefdes. Miskien iemand wat hier is vandag of net vergeet van dit wat eendag gebeur het. Maak nie saak nie. Ons wil maar net weer bid vir u liefde en die teenwoordigheid van die Gees waar hulle is. Maar so bid ons ook vir mekaar. Want soos wat ons hier sit, het ons ook baie keer swaar wat ons met ons saamvat. Of onsekerheid. Of dinge wat nog nie neergesit is nie. Miskien is dit dan die simbool van die gedenkteken vandag om iets neer te sit. En net op te tel, u bedoeling vir ons as mens. En dit is om te leef. Hierdie lewe, voluit. Nie te fokus op alles wat so verkeerd is nie, maar om te fokus op wat reg is, wat goed is. En daar is vandag hier baie reg, daar is baie goed. En gister was lekker. Dit is wat ons graag met ons wil saamvat in die herinnering ook van vandag se teken en vandag se woord. Mag dit wees dat elke krans wat ons lê 'n simbool is van wyding of toewyding, van liefde en van omgee. En Here, as dit U wil is, gee dat ons mekaar van tyd tot tyd sal sien, ja, selfs by 85 verby. En dat ons altyd sal onthou dat ons het 'n wonderlike voorreg gehad om in 'n wonderlike tyd wonderlike goed te doen. En niemand kan dit by ons wegvat nie. En ons is dan mekaar verskuldig om mekaar se arms op te hou. Om vanuit die morele hoë grond te lei, te praat, te rig, sodat ons kinders en hulle kinders ook eendag sal weet dat U die Here is. Wil U ons seën in die res van hierdie verrigtinge. Amen. Ek wil U vra om saam met my te staan en daarna ook staande te bly vir die tweede lied in die program. Guide me, O God, great Redeemer, en dan te bly staan vir die uitspreek van die seën, waarna U weer U sitplekke kan inneem en die programmeester sal dan by my oorneem. Ons kan staan.
Guide me, O thou great Redeemer, pilgrim through this barren land. I am weak, but thou art mighty. Hold me with thy powerful hand. Bread of heaven, feed me now and evermore. Feed me now and evermore. Open thou the crystal fountain, whence the healing stream shall flow. Let the fiery cloudy pillar lead me all my journey through. Strong deliverer, be thou still my strength and shield. Be thou still my strength and shield. When I tread the verge of Jordan, bid my anxious fears subside. Bear me through the swelling current, land me safe on Canaan's side. Songs of praises, I will ever give to thee, I will ever give to thee.
Die genade van ons Here Jesus Christus, die liefde van God en die gemeenskap van die Heilige Gees is en bly met elkeen van julle. Amen. Okay, kom maar sit.
Thank you, Dominie, for that very pertinent, poignant, and moving message. We move now to the call to remembrance. Samuel, vervang die skildwagte en ontpooi die vlagordonnans. The first minute of the silence period is in thanksgiving for those who have survived, while the second minute is to remember the fallen. Die eerste minuut van die stiltetyd word gewy aan die oorlewendes, terwyl die tweede minuut aan die gesneuweldes gewy word. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand For the last post, the 2-minute silence and the reveille. Present arms. Attention. Thank you. Please be seated. We move now to the wreath-throwing ceremony, and we start that off with Miss Valentine presenting a solo, Requiem for a Soldier.
what you gave to me. One shining dream of hope and love, life and liberty, with a host of brave unknown soldiers for your company. You will live forever. Here in our memory, in fields of sacrifice, heroes paid the price. Young men who died for old men's wars, gone to paradise. We are all one great band of brothers, and one day you'll see we can live forever. When all the world is free. When the world is free. When the world is free. I wish you'd live to see all you gave to me. One shining dream of hope and love, life and liberty. We are all one great band of brothers, and one day you'll see we can live together. When all the world is free.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was instead of the traditional lament by a bagpiper. The names of those men who made the supreme sacrifice appear on the third and fourth panel on this wall of remembrance. And the chairman will place the Savannah cross there. Chosen appointed members will now lay the wreaths in the order as called upon. Gekose en aangestelde lede sal nou kranse lê in die volgorde waarin hulle aangekondig word. Lieutenant General van der Westhuizen, on behalf of the Savannah veterans. This wreath will be played at the memorial, the Savannah Memorial. voorsitter van die Savannah Veteraanse Vereniging. So nou 'n kruispunt by die muur. Van die Brits, namens die 3-1 Bataljon Veterane Vereniging, sal 'n kruis plant to 31201 Battalion Plymouth. Gerdnel, namens 3-2 Bataljon Veterane Vereniging, sal 'n kruis plant by die 3-2 boom gedenkteken. Generaal Viljoen, namens die Suid-Afrikaanse Weermag, sal 'n krans teen die muur plant. Vra nou vir Hans Moller to lay a wreath at the wall on behalf of the South African Army. Vra nou vir Chris Hartzenberg om namens die Suid-Afrikaanse Lugmag 'n krans te lê teen die muur. wreath against the wall on behalf of the South African Navy. sy in die dippenaar, sy het 'n wreath at the wall on behalf of the Suid-Afrikaanse gesondheidsdienste. place a flower, pose your wreath, the wall of remembrance. There are a limited number of flowers provided on your left. Please proceed in an orderly fashion up the stairs on your left. The names of our 35 losses in Savannah are marked on the third and fourth panel of the wall. If, however, there are not enough flowers, please feel free to move past the memorial to commemorate our heroes. Once your homage has been completed, please return to your seat. Dames en here, staan asseblief vir die volkslied. Lede in die uniform salueer en siviele mans verwyder u hoofdeksels. Aandag! You may be seated. Sal weer onttrek die banier. Sal weer onttrek die skildwagte en die vlaggetenants. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance. Please feel free to come and view the wreaths and crosses. You're invited to enjoy refreshments available in the main parking area. Dames en here, baie dankie vir die teenwoordigheid. U kan nou na vore kom en die kranse en kruise besigtig en word genooi om verversings op die hoofparkeerterrein te geniet. Ons dankie vir die teenwoordigheid tydens hierdie unieke Unie. Veilig terugkeer. And then a word from my side. I was too young to be involved in this battle, but I thank the organizers for allowing me to participate. It's been both an honor and a privilege.